One thing that I love about this world are snakes. They're some of the coolest animals out there. So naturally, I do like snake characters from my hobbies. Orbok is my favorite Pokemon. Serpenoid and Rattaloid are some of my favorite Bakugan. I do play Venoms. They were disappointing to say the least. But speaking of very disappointing things, a lot of what I just said are pretty terrible, downright unusable, in their respective franchises. Besides maybe Serpenoid and Rattaloid, I mean, is there really any competitiveness in old Bakugan? But we aren't talking about Bakugan today. That'll be tomorrow or next week. Today, I want to talk about Beyblade and its terrible snakes. I don't think a single one has been good. And believe me, I will be getting to Poison Serpent when I can find one. But today, I think I'll put my hate into Evipero E2 9 Gyro. Oh, yes, this is going to be a fun one. Also, instead of doing it usually like I did last time, going from top to bottom, I'll actually start bottom to top. Trust me, it's neither as good. We're starting out with Gyro. Gyro, I really like Gyro, I'm not gonna lie. It reminds me of Eternal Sharp from Metal Fight. You know, the performance tip that Flame Libra had on its stock combo, which is the main reason why I got this bay. Because I knew what I was getting into when I bought the thing, but I just really wanted this part. Now, if you have no idea what Eternal Sharp is, basically it is a performance tip which has a free spinning tip. Now, since I haven't had a Flame Libra in years, I don't remember how that performed, but I just remember it winning because everyone had an attack type and had no way to counter it, even though attack types are better than stamina types. You know, kids, they don't really know how to actually bank or anything like that, but you know, I don't remember Flame Libra getting so off balance like this does. This thing gets off balance every single time, and that really does suck. Now, I'll get into combos that I put him in, but spoiler alert, they don't work. They will be forever unbalanced, unless maybe I do oval or force. You're supposed to make unbalanced base balanced. I doubt it will work. Here's 9. Uh, it does nothing. Alright, so its gimmick, its gimmick, it does have a gimmick, so in right spin, pretty sure, yeah. So in right spin, it's supposed to give you upward force, and in left spin, it's supposed to give you downward force. Now, because of the size of this thing, it's not going to work. I mean, maybe it kind of works if you put it on something like Quake. It does jump quite a bit, I guess, but Quake has its own problems that I will get into one day. Anyway, it's okay. Now, here are where I think everyone can agree on why this Beyblade sucks. Evipero E2 has one major flaw, which makes anything good about this pretty much negated. 1, 2, and 3. And also these 3 things right here. Basically, these are supposed to act as shields. It's supposed to deflect attacks. They don't. Instead, they give the Beyblade recoil. If you don't know what that is, basically if a Beyblade gets hit and it just starts to lose stamina really quickly. At least I think that's what it is. You shouldn't listen to me on things like that. But basically, that's why it sucks. It takes heavy recoil. And you'd think that these right here would counter, kind of like Ketsuko. They don't. Maybe it's the fact that these are too big of a gap, or maybe these are just not, I guess, sharp enough, attacky enough, if you will. But I don't think any amount of help can save how terrible that that flaw is. Put it all together, and you get a really terrible bay that has horrible recoil, a mediocre disc, and goes off balance really quickly. And the fact that this thing takes so much recoil damage, it's gonna go off balance every single time. I've tried. I've tried. I really have. This thing sucks. It does. It really does suck that snakes get the lower end of the stick when it comes to competitive games. I can't think of not one snake that has been good in any franchise, except for maybe Fangzor, but unfortunately that's outclassed. Now, of course, I do have combos. Combo number 1 is Evipero Gravity Liner. Now, originally, this combo was designed for Ketsuko, but I don't own a Ketsuko, so I kind of have to just go with this. Now, it worked fine. Now, the entire gimmick is counterattack. See, Liner is a very special wheel. Tip. Well, it does have a wheel. And that's why I did this. It's supposed to counterattack. When it gets hit, it immediately goes back into the center, if it was in the center to begin with. And gravity is heavy enough to, what would be the word? Smash attack? Yeah. But then again, 1, 2, 3, they don't really help. It doesn't really counter, and it loses stamina really quickly if it doesn't burst. The next combo doesn't really revolve around this. I don't even know why I added it. It revolves around Gyro. Evipero Zero Wall Gyro. I wanted to make this thing, not off balance. Newsflash, it was off balance. It looked like it was about to work, and it did fine the first 2 battles. And then the third, it sucked. Maybe if I change out Evipero with something else, that it was maybe a little bit more round, maybe just don't use it at all. Revolve is good. Yeah. Despite me saying that this Beyblade sucks, which it does, I don't hate it. Like, it's bad, but hey, at least it looks good. It comes with some pretty fun parts. Alright, so I just completely blanked out about what I was about to say. It really doesn't matter. Anyway, next review will be not a Beyblade review. Will actually be Bakugan this time. And I think I'll do the same amount that I did with the Beyblades, and then I'll switch to a Beatamon. Just one, and only one for the longest time. Yeah. Anyway, next review will be Aquos Dragonoid Core. Yeah. Are you surprised that I'm looking at this one? I just reviewed Betromoth, Slingshot Stadium, the Evipero. Yeah, we gotta keep the crap train going.